Are you getting better? Are you getting better? Good question to ask my friends on this lovely Monday morning. And so grateful to be alive. On what is today's date? February 26th. Happy birthday to my tia Chela, my auntie Grace. Oh, Graciela. Um, Motivational Monday. I mean, what a way to kick off with this gift. Oh my gosh. I got this yesterday. Are you guys ready? How many times has Patty been on mute? Yeah. I don't think I have the fingers for it. Thanks for joining me. I hope, what are you drinking this morning? Today I am drinking water. Woke up nice and early today, so I've already had my 2 cups of coffee. So no mas, no more for the patty. All right, let's kick off with a dad joke. Again, if you have any to submit, please let me know. Okay, so every time I take my puppy to the park, the ducks try to bite her. Yep, and that's what I get for buying a purebred dog. Oh, now Poppy, ladies and gentlemen, is a mix of uh 30% sassy, 20% retriever. I mean, she's and then whatever percentage lab. She's the cutest little puppy. The weatherman is late. I'm looking for the weather woman or weatherman in the house. Reach out to me. We will see. But today we're talking about getting better in the whole week. The whole week. And I know I asked, well, in the description, are you the same person you were in high school? In some ways, I am, right? To like those core patty cores in whatever your core is. And then in others, definitely different and a new a Patty 2.0. Poppy's over there running. The weatherman is walking the dog. So I just got distracted by them running across the grass. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Again, let me know what you're drinking. If you want to play along with answering questions, are you the same person? And you're like, Patty, of course not. Don't be silly. I love this picture because archery is a sport that's 99.999 mental. And where I have a video, guys. I have a video because, whew, see, before I even play the video, there was one time in my life where I felt, and this is like physical challenge or more of a training mindset physically. And that was in high school, where I swam Monday through Friday, right after summer school. I didn't do well, so I had to go to summer school at Coral Park. And shout out to my Coral Park people, speaking of high school. And I had a good diet, or what I thought it was a good diet at that moment and at that time, era, whatever, decade. Wow. That was a few decades ago. And but I did swim as soon as I got home. And it was like repeat Monday through Friday. And I still remember how amazing I felt and just how my body, that was like, I all these stories I've been sharing, and it's not true because I was at that point. This was sophomore year before I had moved back to New York. I was the fittest. And there's tons of stories out there on my whole physical fitness journey. However, what I'm talking about, discipline of swimming Monday through Friday made the biggest difference, because when I jog, I got knee problems. I'm constantly, if I work out at the gym, I am in pain. So swimming was something that was the game changer. And so as I say that, and as I'm gonna play this video, because I chose this for the folks here are from, let me see, before I even play it, I want to make sure you guys I get to give the correct props to the right uh excuse me, videographer and YouTuber. As this thing is downloading, it may be a little bit while, but anyway, um they're going to be talking about this desire to get better. So they are, I'm going to pause it over here because I'm most likely going to have ads. It's still downloading. That's all good. Okay. Chispa motivation. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. Um, and we're gonna stop it. Or maybe let's jump right in. Find the thing you like. All right. So we're playing it, and it looks like it may be slower than I have anticipated. So it's all good. And I know that you guys could hear me. And all right, so technical problems, all good. I can still talk about the message because I got notes in here. But as soon as this thing comes back, we'll play it, and we could roll with it as well. So what I want to focus on, and then maybe let's try it one more time, and we'll see how this goes. Because okay, so Joe Rogan is another person that I judge um when I had a different point of view, and I didn't understand him. Oh, why is he cursing? Like, I had a problem with people cursing, and it was so dumb because really, they are words. And if anyway, I'm not even gonna go down that road. Just read definitions and be careful what how you judge people. They are words. And let's see how this goes, because I'm gonna play the first 2 minutes. I'm gonna share something and I'll play another 2 minutes. This is way too long of a video, so I'll put the link in the description so you could go there. But we're just gonna go over 2 minutes at a time for a total of 4. All right, hold on tight. Here we go.
Try to find a thing that you're passionate about.
Like an activity.
Yes. For me, early on, it was drawing. It was illustrations. It was comic books. I wanted to be a comic book illustrator. And then it went from comic book drawing and illustrations to martial arts. So, but it was just another thing that I was very, very passionate about. That was my vehicle out of my dilemma. That was my vehicle out of my own anxiety and trauma and my own issues and insecurities. And find a thing that you genuinely enjoy, because getting good at things you genuinely enjoy is extremely beneficial for young people, because it lets you know that, like, everybody thinks they're a loser. Every young person thinks they're a loser. At least a young person in the situation I was at. I didn't know I wasn't a loser until I started winning, until I started doing martial arts. Martial arts taught me that, like, I could get better at stuff, that I wasn't really a loser. I just was someone who was, like, in a fucked up situation. But you could channel all that energy that you have as a young person into something and get better at it. And then all of a sudden people admired me. I was like, this is crazy. So I went from being someone who was incredibly insecure and basically a failure to someone who was really successful at this one thing that was very dangerous, that other people were scared of. And that gave me immense confidence, and also a real understanding of the direct correlation between hard work and success. And
boom. Okay, we'll pause right here. Hard work and success, which is the second part, but the beginning and what I want to share, and just kind of like what I started with the swimming, It's finding something you enjoy, because then you're in that advantage, right? You're certainly going to be in an advantage of and you're going to come from a place of strength. And he said something that you generally enjoy, that you like. Swimming, being in the pool, it's something that I absolutely enjoy. Let's get Zito over here. He is in the house before we get started. Buenos dias, Senor Zito.
Buenos dias.
Let's get started. What's the weather, man?
Right now the car says it's 54 degrees. I don't think it's gonna be too hot today.
What's that noise?
There was fog in my windows. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Please go on, weatherman.
Okay. And that's about it. So if you can get outside, it looks like it's not gonna be too cold, too hot. Might be another perfect day.
Yes. Love it. Thank you, Zito. All right. So we're talking about the finding something you genuinely enjoy. And I don't know if you catch the first part, but it's a interview with Joe Rogan. He's been asked what's your advice for young people who are in a rut or just feeling, the life is sucky. He used another word. But anyway, talking about for something you enjoy, it's like finding something you enjoy so you could come in from a place of strength, and a place, I'm just gonna mute Jimmy, from a place that it's gonna be long enduring, because doing something you hate for the sake of doing it, and not enjoying it, oh man, I don't know about you, but that is definitely not my ticket. And something that you enjoy definitely puts you from a place of strength. So it does require, my slides are not working out here, and that's okay. I had a few slides in here with few notes, but they're not popping in. But what I want to say with that is it's like, let your passion lead you there. And that does require asking yourself questions. I don't know if you guys remember from what I share with the other guy I used to have a problem with, no longer, Gary V in the house. Finding out what you really, really want, instead of just like this vague goals. Same thing that Miss Mel Robbins talked about. Oh, okay. It looks like my slides are back in. Yay! I love my slides, people. Slides is my jam. Okay, so there we go. So there is Miss Mel Robbins talking about doing the work anyway. So I'm just gonna back up a little bit, and start with these baby steps. That's my advice if you are young or old, because man, responsibility, maturity starts when you start taking responsibility for you. And so it really doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a middle schooler or if you're 50 or 60 or 78, like my mom. um Maybe we haven't given ourselves permission to really find out what we really enjoy, and what's our passion here. And that is the beginning of like, whoa, what happened? All right, so for me, it's on the first thing that I like to focus on what he's saying, you genuinely love. And sometimes you don't know what that is. So try something. Sign up for a martial art thing. I did. And it was like, okay. I was like, okay, this is definitely Jimmy stuff, not mine. Or sign up for tennis, pick a sport, whatever that is. I didn't know Joe Rogan wanted to be an artist, and he draws. He's very talented. This is okay. Let me get a little closer here with you guys. Last week I talked about how I was 23 years old in New York City when I moved back from Florida, feeling like the biggest loser in the planet, who believe that have no talent. I could tell you now, I have a few things I'm good at, and I am so grateful that I took that step or that vulnerable first step to go and find out what I like. I mean, you know them from childhood, but it takes strength to go and tap into that. It's like because age is nothing but a number, and I really feel really sad for people who really do believe that that number makes you old, and it's like I'm too late to do anything. You're just in time, friend. Thank you for joining us this morning. So find what you like. We're gonna get back for the second half. So it's like finding something you like. That's what uh Joe Rogan is talking about. And let's get back to that video. Here we go. Let's keep going.
And also an understanding that you can't listen to people, because even my parents didn't want me to do martial arts. They didn't want me to fight. They didn't want me to do stand up. There's like you have to understand who you are, and then in the face of other people's either criticism or lack of faith in your ability to succeed, you push through, and there's great benefit in that. And then you realize that you can kind of apply that to other things in life. You can apply that to critics. You can apply that to social media commentators. You can apply that to a lot of things. And I don't think people are happy if they don't.
All right. So actually, I just saw something else in there that I want to say thank you for joining me this morning, because I get up Monday through Friday to share this space, this platform, especially for you who's getting opposition from your spouse or your parents or your friends, and it's where you feel like you're a fish in a forest looking for your ocean. So let's continue. Thanks for joining me this morning. I promise to roll the video for the next minute and a half.
Don't have puzzles and complex tasks and things that are interesting to them, whether it's an art project or whether it's learning something completely new like stand-up comedy. Like doing things that are difficult it's as much of a nourishment of the mind as food is a nourishment of the body. I think you need things that are puzzling to you, where you have to find your own human potential in the difficulty of the task and work your way through things. At least for me, and in my life, that has been 100% constant. I am a very happy person, and I have never had a moment where I'm not doing difficult shit. Give yourself an arduous, difficult task where you're challenged mentally and challenged physically. One of the great things about being challenged physically is it's also mental. The people that don't understand that have never really been challenged physically. People that think that physical challenges are just physical. It's just brute grunt work. It's not. It's emotional intelligence. It's understanding your desire to quit and conquering your inner bitch. All that stuff it's mental. It's playing out inside your head, and there's a mental strength that you acquire from that you can apply to intellectual pursuits. And the people that don't think that are the people that haven't attempted them. And there's an arrogance to people that only pursue intellectual exercises, only pursue intellectual things, and don't pursue anything physical. That the physical stuff is base, it's grunt work, it's primal, it's not necessary. I don't think that's accurate. For most people, I think you can really benefit from physical struggle, and you benefit from it in a mental way. And I think that is overlooked. That's unfortunately overlooked by academics and intellectuals.
All right. So there's more to that video. So obviously, check that out. And I'll put in descriptions after the show. So yeah, so that second part, oh my gosh. Okay. So the second part speaks to me, okay, because I could stay in the everything that I love. I could stay in that whole let's do the passion, let's work from strength and not challenge myself. And so that really is, so it's so imagine getting that second part of the advice, the grind, the going through the physical challenges and doing something you don't love. That to me is it's terrible, right? But then there's the other side where you could only do your desire but not push yourself physically. And I'm not, and again, I'm not talking, or I hope he's not talking about like the dumb physical where you go and break both your knees or something. I don't know if you know somebody who broke their knee. What's the name, Zito?
What is who?
What did you break in both your knees?
Oh, my ACL.
ACL, not HCL. I'm thinking about my supplements. But anyway, guys, so yeah, so I'm in that side, right? Like where I'm way too afraid of breaking a bone. I'm afraid of yeah, I'm afraid of that physical pain. And I admit it. I mean, Jimmy has told me that before. So I love that second half. And I don't know where you find yourself in. Maybe you are doing the hard and you're okay with it, but you don't really enjoy it. There's no joy in that. And maybe you're doing that because your parents told you, or because your spouse told you, or your circle of friends. So I don't know where we're meeting ourselves here in this YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Let me know in the comments, where are you, which side, or maybe both, or none. So he's like, Patty, yeah, no, I'm not getting better at all. This is why I clicked on this video. That's an interesting question. Am I getting better? Am I different than what I was in high school? And some of the notes here that I have is that he said, Joe Rogan said, doing something difficult is nourishing to the mind. Physical challenge is emotional intelligence. And yeah, I love that part, and the whole physical thing. As I was saying with my high school experience, I'm going to just put us here a little closer. And if you're still with us right now, thank you for those joining the live, and especially also as well watching the replay. Put our sign right here. But swimming Monday through Friday for that summer, I did see those results, and it's hilarious to me. I'm gonna mute Jimmy. Just raise your hand if you want to say something. What's funny is that in the decades where I have said I've tried everything about my body, guess what's the one thing that I haven't done since that? It's swim. Can you guys believe that? Like the one thing that actually worked when I was 17 years old in this journey. And I know, like I said, there's stories, there's a whole bunch of other things that that help in the factoring of this self-image that, like Joe Rogan said, there's so many people that feel like they're losers or hate their body. That is so common. We're not alone. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you have those thoughts. But going back to the swimming, it's like, what? Like when I was watching this video yesterday, I was like, I was talking to Jimmy actually, on our walk Saturday. I want to like get a standing bike or the bouncer, and I'm thinking about all these other things that I could buy. We got 2 pools in our community. 2. There are 2 pools in our community. There's also LA Fitness. There's also all these gyms. There's YMCAs with pools. So anyway, so it's just something that I thought it was interesting that he said, and I was like, wow, what a great combination. Because walking is also great. So for me, it's being in a space where I feel safe, being in a space where I like to do something, and putting in that work right there. So anyway, I thought that was interesting, and I'm looking forward to swimming, being, I've been saying, or I did say this for a long time, and I've been feeling that lately. I'm a fish in the forest looking for my ocean. Well, Patty, there's a few oceans out there looking for you. Oh, honey, I just noticed how your phone is on the thing. I love your view.
Oh, you mean that I have it hooked up to the mirror?
Yeah. Sorry, I was like
Yeah.
now paying attention to it.
I really do think I finally figured it out. I don't think it's going to come down this time.
I love it. I love it, honey. So anyway, honey, I'm not sure. I know you're driving, or you're gonna work, and you're like right here with me, and I love that. But did you hear anything about what Joe Rogan said and in the video that we just played?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a minute, guys. Let's do it right now. This is the Patty promise. Yeah, go ahead. You were gonna say something.
I almost died.
Oh no. Okay, that's not good. Let's not have you focus on the show whatsoever.
Everybody just like slammed on their brakes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so some traffic jam in there. All right, guys, I got the link right here. It's actually going to be in the comments. For those who are in Instagram, head over to YouTube. Please share this video, subscribe to our channel. But yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are, guys, in the comments below. We're going to be talking all week about getting better, because I did mention archery. 99.9 is mental, and there's that physical aspect that will help the mental, because physical challenge helps the mindset. And what I want to say, and just end up here, and let me just mute Jimmy so he could focus on the road, is that I hope that this is your space, that you're coming here to join the conversation. I mean, I will love to have people actually come and join, see your face, get in here with us, to keep talking about it. So this whole week, how do you get better? What are some of the stuff you do? Send me a DM, reach out to me, and let's get better this winter as we walk into our spring. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Keep on dancing. I'm here for you. I am here with you. Thanks for joining me in live and the replay as well. Thank you, guys. We'll see you mañana.